Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1Game1Life. My name is Typo, and this is Dragon Age Origins Part 20, and I mostly remember what's about to happen, and so I wanted to start this episode here, because this might be a whole thing.
We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Alright, not suspicious. Perfectly normal.
As you wish.
We don't need this anymore. She looks so smug. The assassin that was sent. And a giant... Oh, she's a mage! Damn! I won't lie, that was an unexpected addition. Alright. Here's my problem. I don't think... Yeah, I can get there fast enough. Never mind. Cone of Cold. Perfect. Stone Fist. Wind can Stone Fist. The Mage. Morrigan can Cone of Cold these two. Making that much easier. We'll see if Zevran can get... No, he can't, but that's alright. Crushing Prison there is good anyway. Good. Alright, let's start lighting up the things up top. I don't know if this Crushing Prison will do it. It will. It's good. Got it. Just enough damage. So he's down. Arcane Bolt again. Just Grasp. Get it out of here. On to the next. If we just keep moving on like this, we should be good to go. They have no damage on us that Wind can't immediately get rid of. Yeah, they have no answer. That was way easier than I thought it would be, to be honest. That was trivial. The Elven Assassin is wounded and unconscious, but alive. You could tie him up and talk to him if you wished. Wake him up and talk to him.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
That could be easily rectified.
Of that I have no doubt. You are most skilled. If you haven't killed me, however, you must have kept me alive for some purpose, yes?
You seem awfully glib for a prisoner.
It is my way, or so I am told. Let's see then. I assume you kept me alive to ask me some questions, yes? If so, let me save you time and get right to the point. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Sadly. And who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Alright. Does that mean you're loyal to Logain?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
And now that you've failed that service?
Oh, well, that's between Logain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
Huh. When were you to see him next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Logain then.
Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So, let me serve you instead.
Can I expect the same amount of loyalty from you?
I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing. In which case, I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
And what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Why would I want your service?
Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I also know a great many jokes. 12 massage techniques, 6 different card games. I do wonderful at parties.
Okay. What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I'm yours. Is that fair?
Very well. I accept your offer and put a trained professional assassin in my camp.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Unless you have to die for it, then you won't do it. That's fair, though. I respect that line. And we're not going to use him, but we do have him now. Level 10 rogue. Really? Alright. We already have Liliana, but I appreciate it. Morrigan disapproves -3. Leligan approves +2. Did I say Leligan? Liliana approves +2.
Right.
We're not slamming it with Morrigan right now, are we? That's alright. Friends of Red Jenny. Interesting, interesting. No loot up here. Alright. Let's go to the other guys then.
This should be easy enough.
And then we should be getting to Ban Loren's Lands, I believe is where we left for. Which is something I don't really recall, but it's some kind of DLC location. I don't think it'll be a big one, otherwise I wouldn't be going. I think it's just like a little small stop. But we'll see. If I have to turn around, we have to turn around, I guess. Looks like the Brazilian forest. Huh. Take a closer look at the guards. The guards wear the uniform of Ban Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances. Take a closer look at the man. You were surprised to recognize the uniform of King Kaelin's honor guard. A memory comes to you, you fought alongside this man at Ostagard. Damn, let's join the fray then. I joined the fray too lately. Or too late. Whoops. They don't like witnesses, I guess. Fair enough. Damn, that guy's... Private Militia's got a big weapon in his hands, doesn't he? Alright, these two private militias should go down to stone fists. Easy. Then we can try a crushing prison here. That's alright, didn't need to work. Winter's Grasp. Let me take Morrigan to go do a Cone of Cold here. Alright, Winter's Grasp, Arcane Bolt. This guy's tanky. He's still doing this? Alright, big guy. I see you. Liliana with level 9, I believe. Yep. Good job catching up to all of us. Heavy chainmail boots. Alright, interesting. Definitely wiped him out. Elric. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Moraine, a member of Kaelin's honor guard at Ostgard. This is a close confidant of the king. He's alive? Damn.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
We aren't dead yet.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some dark spawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Yes, I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kaelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Wow. You still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Kaelin entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
Where?
The key's behind a loose stone, the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden, and no doubt Alistair's as well. If that is where we are headed, I think it best that we accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kaelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Got it. Return to Ostagar. I do remember something about that. Okay. So this is how we start the Return to Ostagar quest. Liliana, level 9. Congrats. Dexterity. Let's raise Dexterity for now. She needs 22 Cunning at level 12. And her Cunning right now is 18. Get it to 19 now. So distraction. The bard's performance replies, the target forgets who it was they were fighting because disoriented unless pass a mental resistance check. Song of Courage. For the launches into an epic song of the party's exploits, granting them bonuses to attack, damage, and critical chance. The size of the bonuses are affected by the bard's cunning. The bard can only sing one song at a time. This gets mana and stamina regen. Captivating song. And that stuns nearby targets. I'm not going to do any of these, I don't think. I think the Song of Valor's plenty. I think we got other things to focus on, like the Arrow of Slaying. That's what I really want. Which means we do need to go to this, then. So that next level we can get it. Critical Shot. Finding a chink in the target's defenses, the archer fires an arrow that, if aimed correctly, automatically scores a critical hit and gains a bonus to armor penetration. Wonderful. Alright. Let's keep moving. Soldier's Peak is something we can do before we get to Denerim. We do need to go to Flemeth's Hut in Ostagar eventually. We need to go to Redcliffe eventually. I was planning on going to Redcliffe next. Now it's all complicated, isn't it? Soldier's Pass. Is that anything at all? I don't remember what that is either. What is happening? Let's go to Red Cliff. We'll hook around to Soldier's Pass. We're not going this for a while. The Dwarven area is super difficult. That's all I remember, really. That's not all I remember, but that's most of what I remember. Hello? Shady Thugs and Bea Joam? I have zero memory of this, but listen to this music.
Ah, a fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
Did you sell a few copies in the Circle Tower?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
Alright. Interesting. Oh, they're on the other side of things. Got it. Crushing prison then, please. Hello? I'm 12-second paralyzed? Wait a second. Alright, Stone Fist him. I need him on the ground. You know what? Stone Fist him. And I'll just have Morgan Force Field. It's not what I wanted to do, but... we can't be letting him do whatever he was trying to do there. That was gonna be bad. Felt it in my bones. Oh, dang. That thug got lit up right there. Whoa. Alright, then. Okay. Here's my problem. I'm afraid he's gonna rush right to the crushing prison that he's not ready for. Heal him, please. Oh, I didn't I? Stop. Shockwave? Adventurer beset from all sides may find a temporary solace within the confines of a force field spell, which temporarily protects against all damage. Since the spell also prohibits movement, however, the original situation will still persist once the spell fails. If a mage casts Crushing Prison atop the force field, the contradictory effects will result in a spectacular disintegration of both spells, generating a shockwave that harms all in the area except the original subject standing in the epicenter. Oh, well, I learned something new, even if it didn't go very well. Okay, cool. Stop casting, mage. Chill. You're doing a lot of unacceptable crap. Alright, he's dealt with. Now we can focus on Bea Joam here. And then he should be gone. Alright, that fight took a little extra, because we got paralyzed in the middle there. I was not expecting those mages to be on the opponent's side of things. If anything, I was expecting them to be on our side. Huh. That's new. Yeah, the music here is so ominous. Even if you knew nothing about it, it'd be suspicious. Cameo Cowl. 2 cunning, 0.5 health regen in combat. Huh. And a sovereign and a quarter and 2 health poultices. That's great for Liliana. Oh, it's only a mage? That's useless then. No mage needs cunning. That doesn't make any sense. But, alright, we'll take the sovereigns and the health poultices for sure. Thanks, I guess. Alright. Moving on, I suppose. Let's go to Soldier's Pass. Okay. A quest of sorts. And then I guess we should go to camp and talk to Zevran, huh? We haven't done that yet. We might put that off, though. We've already done a lot of dialogue lately. Maybe we take a break, but we'll see.
Forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people traveling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Just what are you doing out here?
Oh, waiting for my helper to find the damn mule, of course. Freezing! Oh, I suppose you meant, why am I out here? As in this part of the country. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
Traven, pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
What do you need?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however.
Got it. Now I know what we're talking about.
But, maybe you could?
How much do you want for it?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Yes, I think I could use it.
Just as well. You'll find the golem in a village named Honleith, in the hinterlands. Here, I'll mark it on your map. I've heard it might be dangerous there with all the darkspawn about, but I'll wager that's not an issue for someone like you. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
If not, I'll be back. Personal golem, sounds good.
Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Alright, the Golem in Honleaf. That is a DLC I'm familiar with. I just, again, wasn't sure how it all started. I'm not remembering how these things start. And there it is. Something we can maybe do after Redcliffe, maybe? We'll see. But let's go to camp.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
Okay. So you didn't get tired of the life?
In a way I did. But these feelings were triggered by events which I did not tell you about. I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
What for?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
Imagine being betrayed by your, like, tutor, by your person who taught you everything. That's kind of a waste on their part, wasn't it? As, like, also. So you were dutiful, but you still got in trouble?
You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
And you opened them, didn't you?
My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Huh. Isn't that what bards do? No, that's not what she wants to hear, though. Is this a bad thing?
I considered it to be bad. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
Most countries don't appreciate treason.
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents. altered by her hand to make me look the traitor.
Damn, who's
The
they?
Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
How did you get out?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
And so you came to Ferelden, to Lothering.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Thank you for trusting me with this, Liliana.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
+3. Alright.
Something I can help with?
Talked about something.
What's on your mind?
I don't think anyone's gonna have much new to say, other than Zevran, obviously.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Okay. Stead?
You called.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
I know you're not surprised.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Alright, there's Bodon. Morrigan? Are we still doing this whole choppy love thing?
So, full of questions, are you?
Do you really want your mother dead?
I can see why you might ask this, despite knowing the fate that she has in store for me. The truth is that no. Under normal circumstances, of course, I would not turn against my mother so. For all that she is not the picture of maternal love, I mean her no ill will. But Flemeth herself taught me long ago, once you know your enemy, strike quickly and without mercy. Were our positions reversed, she would no doubt do exactly the same.
I agree with you. This is necessary.
Good. Then please, end this waiting and deal with her as soon as you can. This is driving me nearly mad.
I don't think we're ready to deal with Flemeth yet is my problem. Flemeth's kind of a big deal. She's the Witch of the Wilds, Morrigan. I can't just drop that bomb. Alright, Zevran, talk to us. What's your story?
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
You did quite well, no doubt.
Within the Crows, I did. But it has been something the Crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
Right. Sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Okay. Zevran doesn't like us that much. He's at is that literally at +2 now, if I'm correct? Yeah, he's got no favoritism for us. Can you answer some questions?
This should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, Why should I not seize upon it?
What would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
And that system works.
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. It gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Right. I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I'm happy to have you along.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
+8. We're up to 10. That was fast.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins.
Every land has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
That's a weird thing to say. I'm not from any glittering gem, no.
No? That is too bad. If you were, then surely you would spend as much time boasting about it as I do. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
Just get used to a smell that reminds you of safety and somewhere to live. I get that. Huh. Sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Wow, that would be rude. I see what it's even not your leather fetish. Your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could
not. I don't want him to make advances on us. You need to, everyone makes mistakes.
Even Grey Wardens who spare the lives of assassins? Understood. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Alright, another +2.
Here I am.
I don't know why I just ran away like that just to go back. Don't ask, because I can't give you an answer.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
You're probably right.
I often find myself the instrument of fate, ending these
Definitely
lives
not
by
everybody.
necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
Psycho. I know what you mean. I'm gonna say that. I think even Traven might kind of know what he means. Having them metaphorically in his hands through his magic, he enjoys combat. He enjoys violence himself, right? So I'm gonna say I know what you mean.
There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Why not? You can do whatever you like.
Whereas I am content merely doing what I happen to be good at. It's a talent that not many come by honestly. I don't see why I need not pursue it. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant.
There is a chance of that.
About. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
This is 1Game1Life. When we hit a game over, it is game over. Alright, so that's 18 approval from Zevran before we even given him his gift.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
It's going to boost him all the way to
Sure you'll be pleased
68.
with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Zevran might like us more than, Alistair. Dang. Alright, leather Antivan boots, maybe? Rare Antivan brandy. There we go. That's gotta be it. Give that to Zevran. Yeah, because Wynn likes us a lot. Liliana likes us a lot. Sten likes us a lot. Alistair likes us the least at 62. And he's about to be at 68. Yeah, Zevran's about to like us more than Alistair does. That's funny.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Use Zevran to imbibe brandy to become more suave. Okay. Minor and moderate dexterity. Closing in on major.
I've a question, if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Oh my god, is this after I ravish you in celebration? Ugh. You could go if you wanted.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
And +8 major dexterity. This man likes us at 76. He's getting up there. Liliana probably... He's closing in on Liliana's 81 even.
What say you?
I'm not going to say that because I don't want him to say something about how he finds me attractive.
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
Never mind. Alright, then Zevran's at 76. Beautiful. And I think that's what we have for right now. So, yeah. Perfect. I think we're ready to go to Redcliffe next time for real.
So, full of questions, are you?
We've already done all that.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Alright, yeah, we're good. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. And if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. But either way, thank you so much for joining me on this journey in Dragon Age Origins. Definitely one of the better games I've ever played. And it's about to get... We probably have another episode or two before it gets combat heavy, and then it's going to get combat heavy. So I'll see all of you next time.